Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you what farming strategy I'm using right now on the Atlas. So I'm doing exclusively Haywark Hamlet, and I favorited Alleyways, and I'm chaining Alleyways non-stop, and it's self-sustaining. I start by putting on 4 Awakened Sextants, and we check what we get. Now if you get Beyond, or if you get Nemesis 3, you want to either set those aside, or you want to do the Nemesis 3 currency strategy. There are lots of guides online on how to do that. I will probably make my own video showing Toxic Rain running an M3 strategy. I might do that later this week. But yeah, so we're using Awakened Sextants fishing for these, but we're not really expecting them because we're just chaining Alleyways. The reason we do Alleyways is because it drops this div card, the Saint's Treasure. You get it about, I'd say on average, 1 every 3 or 4 maps. 10 of them gives 2 Exalted Orbs, so it feels nice when you get this, and you get it quite frequently. It's not very rare. Also, I feel like Alleyways is the best layout of a T16. So let's go through all the T16s. Acid Caverns, it's fine. Alleyways, the reason it's nice is because for Toxic Rain, you just want to kind of run down a line. You don't want it to be too open of a layout or too like wonky of a layout. And Alleyways is just basically start to finish. Pretty narrow, so feels very nice. Arachnid Nest, it's whatever. Arcade, I feel like it's kind of janky. It's all over the place. It's fine if it was not Scourge League, but for Scourge League, I don't like it. Basilica, the boss is terrible. Bog, it's open. This is a good map, but not for Toxic Rain. Cells, terrible map. Conservatory, it's not as good as Alleyways. Fields, it's not good for Toxic Rain, it's too open. Flooded Mine, this is a good Toxic Rain map. So if you like Valdo's Rest, I would do this instead. Glacier, that's fine. Lyra Arthane, if you want to do Lyra Arthane. Mausoleum, it's okay. I don't like Maze. Necropolis, not amazing. Promenade is also good. I don't like Underground Sea for Toxic Rain, but I mean, if you do it enough, you'll get... I don't know, it's not good for Scourge. It's good if there's no Scourge. So anyways, let's talk about the Atlas passives. You go the Essence, you just get 1 point for Sacred Grove chance, and I'm doing Rituals. Part of the reason I'm doing Rituals is because it's one of the endgame grinds, and I like to hit 40-40. You could spec these and finish off Harvest. You could also spec it to Metamorph. Now, you're going to want to bulk buy Remnant of Corruptions, and you only use it on Dread, Misery, Envy, and Scorn. Crafting the maps, you can literally do any mods. This one has Beyond, so I'm not going to vol it. This one has quite a bit of quant, maybe I won't vol that one. Oh, this has Nemesis mod. I'm saving anything with Nemesis you set aside for when you get the Nemesis 3 Sextants. Like I'm waiting till I have 4 Nemesis maps, then I'm gonna do I'm gonna do the Nemesis strat. So that was great that we got that. Now we roll another one. Okay, these are good maps. There's really no mod you can't do as Toxic Rain, although I would be careful about added chaos resistance. I personally don't want to run that. So you can use whatever you want in here. I suggest always putting in a Divination Scarab. These are really cheap. You can bulk buy them. We're sort of fishing for the Saint's Treasure, so you might as well double your chances at it with one of these. I just have a Breach Scarab in right now. I've run out of sack frags, or I probably would have another one down here. It doesn't matter what you put in. Just the divination is important. You want to mod essence, so you get 4 of the essence pillars. Although I have these free crafts, so I'm going to do double Beyond just for fun, because I think Beyond costs more than Essence, but normally you just mod Essence, so you have 4 of the Essence pillars. Because the big payoff is, like, Essence of Horror is 28 Chaos, Essence of Delirium is 23, Essence of Hysteria is 20. I don't know how much this one is, I don't have any right now. But you get them quite frequently. So yeah, like when you're doing essence, that's really where the profit comes from. It's not the 1 chaos essences that really matter. Although you do bulk stall them after you get like a ton of them, and it is significant money back, but like I don't really care about that too much. Now as we're clearing this, you always switch as soon as your blood meter hits full, because it's a really the layout is very simple, so it's easy to full clear the nightmare side every single time. You're not like backtracking or anything. Or well, you are, but like you're not running all over the place. This is why I like the straight line so much. It's very easy to not miss monsters on the nightmare side. Looks like we got a ritual this time, that's pretty cool. What the hell is this flask? Never used that flask before. So depending how juicy your map is, you're either going to be running ahead of yourself in the nightmare zone, or you're going to be always backtracking to clear it. It doesn't matter. And this map is juicy enough that it looks like we're going to be running ahead every time we fill up our meter, which means we're going to have extra at the end. Our meter's full, we technically should be running forward again. When you're doing this strat, also, you probably want to be filling up your Volgrace and Vol Molten Shell in the regular map, and when you switch over, you want to pop it. You only want to use it when you switch over. Once you get to like 150, 200 stacks on my character, like it gets a little bit sketchy, and I pop it every time I swap. But at the beginning, the other side isn't that hard. As you can see, there's a sustain already. If you guys are having trouble sustaining at the beginning while starting this strategy, a good way to get extra alleyways is through delve. If you go into the cities at around, I don't know which depth, maybe like 200 definitely drops T16s. I'm pretty sure even shallower depth will drop them. But you get a ton of maps, and it respects your map favorites on your atlas. And if you don't want to do that, you can horizon orb them. I don't know. There seems to be quite a few T16s. I haven't tried that myself. I'm just gonna pop my Vol Molten Shell, Vol Grace. I don't want to die. This is crazy. My meter's already full. I just swapped back. Oh my god. The double beyond. Double beyond fills the meter so fast. And beyond isn't a requirement for this strategy. I mean, this is just a really chill, like, sort of just run the maps with whatever they have. I just happen to like beyond. This flask is useful. This is a good flask for the Maven fight. So is Blood of the Karui. Oh, there we go. That is what we're hunting for. And earlier when I said you get it maybe every 3 or 4 maps, that's like, it's with like some juice, but this map is juiced pretty high. Like if you run every map like this, you'll probably get it more than 1 every 4 maps. And it always pays to juice your maps further. So if your build is tanky enough to handle it, I definitely recommend running your scarabs, running your sacrifice fragments, chiseling your map, running the awakened version of sextants if you can handle it, because it pays off. It's better to use that currency than to sell it. Oh, holy shit, we got another one. That's the power of that silver scarab, that one is actually 2 chaos. It's the rested one that's like half a chaos. But you see, there you go. You invest a little bit in your map, you get really nice returns. Now here we're looking for Dread, Misery, Envy, or forget the other one. It doesn't have either of them, so we just open it. Normally you do that 4 times per map because you're modding on the you're modding on Essence, but we modded on Beyond here, so that's our only chance. Now once this blood meter starts to get really high, or not blood meter, but like the monster kill count, you might not want to swap over every time your blood meter is filled. You might only want to swap over once your Vol Grace and Vol Molten Shell is up, because sometimes you can fill your blood meter way faster than your Vol skills. Mine are full, so we can swap over. Remember, you don't need to pick anything up as you swap over, because when you swap back, you're going to get pulled backwards, and you can still run forward and pick everything up as usual. Okay, that's a little sketchy. Now we're at the end of the map, so even if we swap over, there might not be any more monsters. I just noticed this map does have an annoying mod. It is your life and your mana flasks are treated as if they're instant. I hate this because I use an enduring mana flask. I was wondering why my mana feels kind of awkward. Let me show you guys that mod. It's players' life and mana recovery flasks are instant. This just kind of like fucks up your enduring mana flask, and it's really noticeable. Oh god. See, I don't have my Vol Grace or my Vol Molten Shell, so this is sketchy to swap over. Anyways, so this map is done. We got our chase div cards, 2 of them. You normally don't get 2 per map, so this this video is not truly that representative of how the strat works, but if you juice them like this, yeah, you will see these quite a lot. This is a pretty cheap strat. I love the layout, which means it's a really fun strat. It's a good way to level up your T1 Haunted Mansions. I don't like the idea of scourging T1 maps. I find that so boring, but it's the meta, and I'm just gonna roll with it for now. I might switch it up later in the league, but oh yeah, I almost forgot. I gotta buy my ritual. Now, this is almost worth re-rolling and fishing for something else, but I don't have that much currency. So, or tribute, so I'm just gonna buy whatever. That kind of sucks, but anyways. How did you guys like this strat? Are you guys doing a different strat? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys later.